Now, if you're a fan of Minecraft, you're probably a fan of Herobrine. But what exactly is he? A computer virus? A creation of a bored troll on the internet? Or even the spirit of the long dead brother of Minecraft's creator? Let's find out. Before we get into it, comment down below and let me know if you thought Herobrine was real, cool, stupid, or whatever really. And take a look at the pinned comment to get access to my free Discord, support me at the Patreon, or check out the merch store we dropped it the other week. But let's get into it. So, let's travel back 14 years in the past. Minecraft had only existed for 3 years at this point, but already had a massive community. There had been a few talks about adding more horror-themed elements to the game and urban legends, but nothing concrete. Obviously, Minecraft has mobs, it has zombies, creepers, spiders, whatever, but because of the nature of the game, they're not really creepy. So, until 2014, this happened. An anonymous user made a post on 4chan. At first glance, it looks like a normal foggy day in Minecraft, but if you look closer on the left, you'll notice a crouched figure that looks almost identical to the default character in the game, Steve, the only off characteristic being the glowing white eyes. The post got a lot of attention from the community at the time, and the hunt for Herobrine began. The YouTuber community around this game is growing exponentially as well, and two creators specifically took full advantage of this situation, and they did a live stream where they made a modded version of the game where Herobrine would appear and they could have the first quote-unquote live footage and sighting with their fans. So those two YouTubers were Copeland and Patamus. They sound loosely familiar to me back then. I don't know if they're still going or not, but Herobrine's popularity grew even more than theirs did after those live streams, let's say that. After this, anyone who played the game knew the urban legend and was dedicated to having their own sighting. So, we briefly talked about the original 4chan post, but I didn't mention the details the Anon added to it. They claimed they started a normal survival game, had an especially foggy day, and noticed a cow in the distance. They went to attack it to get some steak and realized it was actually another player character with glowing white eyes who disappeared into the mist when he got too close. Following this, the fog wouldn't clear day after day, and he noticed strange structures all over his world. After a while, the post was abruptly removed and the Anon posted a screenshot showing a message from a user called Herobrine, simply telling him to stop. And that's where the name came from. Now, after this, the Anon said he did more digging and that the community found out this was Notch's brother's nickname. Players eventually decided that this was an Easter egg to include Notch's brother until they asked the creator himself in an interview. All he said in a somber tone was, "My brother is no longer with us." And let me tell you, people ran with this. So, starting with the streamers I mentioned earlier, followed by a dedicated Herobrine website made by fans, and about 100 new sighting videos uploaded to YouTube every single day. People tried to put spins on the story, but unlike similar urban legends around the time, the story of this really being the ghost of Notch's brother really stuck. I mean, no one could come up with anything better, and honestly, they didn't need to. It was perfect as is. So, 14 years later, this urban legend is still going strong with new stories, videos, mods. I guess I'm making a video right now, so I'm adding to it, but it's being made constantly. During this time, he had stories ran on several major news networks, which is crazy, and even was studied academically, which is even crazier. But writer Paul Dean at IGN crowned this the video game urban legend, which is what the studies were on, how urban legends spread in the modern day. In my opinion, what made Herobrine so popular is the setting he was found in. Minecraft is a pretty peaceful game and can't really be described as being scary at all. Putting a clonier character in that looks slightly off in this usually chill game is several layers of creepy. So it's like getting Uncanny Valley while you're watching an episode of Cocomelon. All in all, this is a pretty fun one. It was interesting lore and was a super fun thing to watch unfold live when I was younger. I mean, I remember my friends and I searching for hours trying to find Herobrine in our own worlds, only to never see him. Seriously, the first time I saw that live stream video I told you about, I spent 4.5 hours after 7th grade trying to find him in my world, and I did not. But we've been talking about a lot of scary things lately, and I thought this would be a more fun, relaxed topic, but it's still unsettling, like any urban legend, even with something as seemingly stupid and mundane as this. Like thinking about playing Minecraft, because I played a lot of it at this point, and just going about your normal day, and all of a sudden the fog descends, the weather changes, the music gets a little creepier, and you see some kind of entity that you know is not supposed to be there. It almost feels like it being a nice game where stuff like that doesn't happen makes it even creepier, like I mentioned earlier. But yeah, thank you for watching, and once again, let me know what you think down in the comments about this one. And I just want to give a shout out to my single patron right now, Questionable. Thank you for your support.